Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk to you about something very important. It's something that affects every one of us, no matter where we live or how old we are. It's called global warming. Now, maybe you've heard the words global warming before. Maybe in school, on the news, or from your parents or teachers. But what does it really mean? Let's take some time to understand it together. Global warming means the Earth is getting warmer. Sounds simple, right? But let me ask you something. Have you ever walked outside on a really hot day and thought, wow, it's much hotter than last year? Or have you noticed that summers feel longer and winters feel shorter? These changes are not just in your head. They are part of something big happening all around the world. The Earth has something like a blanket around it. This blanket is made of gases like carbon dioxide or carbon dioxide. These gases trap heat from the sun. Without them, our planet would be too cold for people to live. So, in a way, this blanket is a good thing. But here's the problem. Over the last 150 years, we humans have been adding too much of these gases into the air. We do this when we drive cars, use electricity, or cut down many trees. Burning coal, oil, and gas for energy creates a lot of carbon dioxide. When we add too much carbon dioxide to the air, the blanket becomes too thick. And when the blanket is too thick, it traps too much heat. That's when global warming happens. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine you are under a blanket on your bed. At first, it feels warm and comfortable. But if someone keeps adding more and more blankets on top of you, at some point, you get too hot and start to sweat. You want to get out. The Earth is feeling the same way. It's getting too hot under the thick blanket we've created. Now, why should we care if the Earth gets a little warmer? Is that really so bad? Well, actually, it is. A small change in temperature can have a big effect on our planet. For example, the ice in places like the Arctic and Antarctica is melting. These places are home to animals like polar bears and penguins. When the ice melts, they lose their homes. Not only that, but the melting ice causes sea levels to rise. That means cities near the ocean could flood. Imagine your favorite beach disappearing underwater. Also, warm temperatures cause more big storms like hurricanes and typhoons. These storms can destroy homes, schools, and even whole towns. Farmers are having trouble growing food because the weather is changing. Some places are too dry, others get too much rain. And it's not just people who are affected. Animals and plants are having a hard time too. Let me tell you a short story. A few years ago, in Australia, there were terrible wildfires. The weather was hot and dry, and the fires spread fast. Many people lost their homes. Millions of animals died. One firefighter said, "It felt like the world was burning." That's how serious global warming can be. But here's something important. Global warming is caused by humans. But that means we can also fix it. Isn't that hopeful? So, what can we do? Easy. First, we can use less energy. That means turning off the lights when we leave a room. Using public transport or riding a bicycle instead of a car. Taking shorter showers. Small actions, but if everyone does them, they really help. Second, we can use cleaner energy. Wind, solar, and water power are better than oil or coal. They don't create carbon dioxide. Many countries are starting to use more of these clean sources. Maybe in the future, your house will run on sunlight. Third, we can plant more trees. Trees take in carbon dioxide and give us oxygen. That's like nature's way of cleaning the air. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Let me ask you, have you ever planted a tree? If not, maybe try it someday. It's fun, and you're helping the planet at the same time. Another thing we can do is talk about global warming. Tell your friends. Ask questions in school. Learn more. The more people understand, the more they will want to help. Some young people are already doing this. Maybe you've heard of Greta Thunberg. She is a girl from Sweden who started talking about climate change when she was just 15. Now millions of people listen to her. She once said, "You are never too small to make a difference." I think that's true. And speaking of young people, did you know that many kids and teens are inventing new ways to fight global warming? One teenager in America made a special machine that can take plastic out of the ocean. Another young girl started a garden in her school to grow food and help the environment. When young people get involved, great things can happen. You might be thinking, but I'm just one person. Can I really do something big? The answer is yes. Imagine if one person saves 1 glass of water a day. That may not sound like much. But if 1,000,000 people do the same thing, that's 1,000,000 glasses of water saved every day. That's powerful. Also, remember this. When you care about something, others notice. Your actions can inspire your family, your friends, even your teachers. Change always starts with one step. Let's imagine the future. What kind of world do you want to live in? A world full of clean air, blue skies, and healthy forests? Or a world with dirty air, hot days, and animals with no place to live? I believe we can choose the better one. But we must start now. So the next time you hear the words global warming, I hope you remember this talk. It's not just about science, it's about our home, our future, and our choices. Thank you for listening. And remember, even small actions can help change the world.